Hi, my name is Julian and welcome to my Patreon campaign. The goal is to fund documentaries. So far I've been kind of establishing my street cred, so to speak, in the history nerd world. And so I've produced 30 documentaries thus far. Some of them have been put into museums and a lot of good support from people. But I'm a one-man army, and so now that we've gotten our street cred, the goal is to make it big. And so the purpose of this crowdfunding initiative is to try and improve the quality and the quantity of documentaries. So in this video we'll be outlining kind of what the problem I see with history is, the solution that I'm offering, and then we'll go over how Patreon will help kind of fund this whole initiative. We'll go over the reward system and the goals. So let's start off with the problem. The problem is that history right now is taught in black and white. People are introduced to history at the butt end of a standardized test, so to speak. Most of the time these lessons end up being simplified, sanitized, and dehumanized. So that's why, in my eyes, that history is in black and white. So the solution? Well, if something is in black and white, you colorize it. So my solution is to make history in color. The way we're going to be doing that, and the way I've been trying to do that, is to combat the simplification. So we're going to have in-depth documentaries, combat the sanitized nature of history. We're going to be covering topics that you don't traditionally see, and to combat the dehumanization of history, we're going to be doing stuff that really focuses on the human side of things. So we're going to be doing that in 3 different principal playlists. More may come depending on how this campaign goes, but the main playlists are moments in history, the art of war, and then my long-form documentaries, which kind of cover a variety of topics and usually are multi-parters. But yeah, those are the main ones. So how are we going to do that? Well, my goal is to do it through Patreon, and Patreon is going to help us fund this whole documentary production. So the way it's set up is basically Patreon is you, the viewer, and hopefully the supporter, commit to spending or giving a certain amount of money. And the way I have it set up is you pay per documentary. And there's different tiers. You know, you might want to contribute, say, $1, $5, $10, perhaps more per documentary. And it's pretty transparent, because every documentary that I produce, your money is directly tied to that. If I produce other type of content that's not directly, doesn't meet the qualifications for this campaign, you're not going to be charged. So that's it. Let's go over the rewards, and each reward kind of has its own perks. It's also worth noting that the rewards kind of go in tiers, and each tier that's higher up includes all the benefits of the tiers below it. So the first level is the fan patron. This gets you my thanks. Next level up is the supporter patron, and this gets you access to polls and kind of back channels of communication where I can discuss with you guys. Next level up is going to be the $5 digital patron, where you get HD downloads of the artwork we're producing for the documentaries. After that, the $10 sponsor patron, you get to see your name or your alias or whatever you have, perhaps your business, thrown up at the credits of a documentary. But then you also get early access to trailers and perhaps even entire videos in advance of the normal release date, depending on how sort of the production timeline is looking. Next level up is going to be $20. This is the giveaway patron reward, and what ends up happening is I choose 5 people every month and I give them a customized gift that's themed to that month. So perhaps a book with my signature and a customized note, magazines, perhaps we can even get artifacts or toys or various other things. So it's like a little gift basket. And then the next level up for $50 a documentary essentially allows you to specify what documentary you want. So we'll work together and we'll help produce a documentary of your choosing. I think this is going to be very valuable, because hopefully we get people from all around the world, and we can really make this a history of us, where all these people from different places are requesting topics that I wouldn't otherwise think to cover. Next, we can talk about the goals. So the goals are kind of set up in such a way that they progressively fund documentaries from first, keeping the lights running, so to speak, paying for subscription services, but then over time paying for artists, for researchers, for editors. And so basically at the end of the goals, we'll have multiple teams producing videos in advance of the release schedule, so we can really keep this churning and hopefully get to more documentaries with better quality. So that's my end goal. I really hope you guys choose to donate. If not, definitely enjoy the free content that comes out of this. But yeah, anyways, let's end up with a cheesy smile, and thank you. Thank you.